Chicago is a city alive with motion, from the crowded sidewalks of downtown to the neighborhood streets where families stroll, students walk to school, and workers catch the bus. Walking is part of daily life, but for too many pedestrians, what should be a safe and simple act, walking has become dangerous. The numbers tell a troubling story. According to city crash data, thousands of pedestrians are struck by vehicles in Chicago every year. In 2022 alone, nearly 3,000 pedestrians were injured in crashes on our streets. Dozens of these accidents resulted in fatalities. These are not just numbers, they are parents, children, grandparents, and neighbors whose lives were forever changed by someone else's negligence. Walking is one of the most basic forms of transportation, yet it is often the most vulnerable. Pedestrians have no protection in a collision, and even a low speed impact can cause serious, life altering injuries. That's why law exists to protect people on foot. In Illinois, drivers are required to stop for pedestrians on crosswalks, whether the crosswalk is marked with lines and signs or not. Chicago has reinforced these protections with municipal ordinances, education campaigns, and enforcement. For example, the Stop for Pedestrians law means drivers must yield the right of way whenever a pedestrian is in the crosswalk. Failing to do so can result in fines, points against the driver's license, and even in the event of a crash, legal responsibility for the harm caused. There are also speed laws, restrictions on distracted drivers, and regulations that apply to bicyclists and scooter operators, all designed to reduce conflict and protect vulnerable road users. These laws matter because every pedestrian has the right to cross the street without fear of being struck by a careless driver. Recognizing the urgent need for change, Chicago has invested in infrastructure improvements aimed at making walking safer. High visibility marked crosswalks have been painted at busy intersections, drawing drivers' attention to where pedestrians cross. Curb extensions, often called bump outs, have been added in many neighborhoods. These extend the sidewalk into the street, shortening the crossing distance and improving sightlines so drivers can see pedestrians more easily. Pedestrian countdown signals give walkers a clear sense of how much time they have to cross, reducing uncertainty. In school zones and areas with heavy foot traffic, flashing beacons alert drivers to slow down and yield. The city has also implemented traffic calming measures like speed bumps, narrowed lanes, and protected intersections to slow vehicles down. These changes are part of Chicago's Vision Zero plan, which sets an ambitious goal to eliminate traffic fatalities and serious injuries on city streets. While progress has been made, the journey to safer streets is far from over. The reality is that while cars remain the greatest threat to pedestrian safety, today's walkers must also contend with new forms of traffic that didn't exist a decade ago. Even as Chicago invests in pedestrian safety, new challenges are emerging. One of the most significant has been the rapid rise of electric bikes and scooters. These devices have become popular because they're convenient, fast, and environmentally friendly, but they also introduce risks. Too often, scooters are ridden on sidewalks at speeds that endanger pedestrians. Riders may weave unpredictably through intersections, ignore traffic signals, or leave their scooter blocking crosswalks. Electric bikes, which can travel faster than traditional bicycles, also create new hazards when riders disregard traffic rules. At the same time, rideshare pickups and deliveries often occur in bike lanes and near crosswalks, creating additional points of conflict. For pedestrians, especially older adults, children, and people with disabilities, these new and fast moving obstacles can be confusing and dangerous. Pedestrian safety is more than a transportation issue. It is a matter of dignity, community, and human life. Every person should be able to walk to school, to work, to the park, or to the train station without a fear of being injured. At Zneimer and Zneimer, we stand with pedestrians. For decades, we've fought on behalf of people who have been struck by cars, trucks, bicycles, and scooters. We know the devastating impact these crashes can have on victims and their families, from medical bills and lost wages to the emotional pain of recovery. Our mission is to hold negligent drivers and careless drivers accountable and to secure the compensation our clients need to heal and move forward. But beyond the courtroom, we support the efforts to make Chicago a safer city. Better crosswalks, stronger enforcement of traffic laws, and smarter street designs are all a step forward into the right direction. Together, as a community, we can reduce these tragedies and create streets where walking is safe again. If you or someone you love has been injured as a pedestrian, know that you are not alone. Contact Zneimer and Zneimer for a free consultation. We are here to listen, to guide, and to fight for your justice you deserve. Zneimer and Zneimer, protecting pedestrians and fighting for justice.